Hey, it's me. It's been a while, I guess, since I've really been on here. 1:43 a.m. Monday, December 8th. And okay, Google. temperature Mill Creek. Okay, Google. Temperature Mill Creek.
It's 46 degrees in Mill Creek right now.
Okay. It's raining. So, yeah, I mean, I could only use that with my old phone. Or with my new phone, whatever you want to call it, the prepaid phone, which is going to get shut off in a few days if I don't pay the bill. I'm just getting over being really sick. Like, I was sick for a couple weeks. Just had a sinus infection that wouldn't go away and just got worse and worse and worse until, like, I don't know, it was a weird thing. Like, it was a strange infection this time. I was really tired, and my mom thought I was in drugs, because I was falling asleep at Thanksgiving and all this stuff last week, and, but that wasn't it. I called that jackass, Brendan, for the last time. And then we had a huge blowout again because he was a jerk. But during that I was falling asleep, and I'm not usually like that. I'm not tired. Like, you can see that I'm not tired at all right now. And, yeah, I just, anyway, through Thanksgiving and then through last week, I was so tired. Like, it was unusual. It was like, usually I'm not tired when it's time to go to bed. But, it was really weird because, like, it was like I was on fucking drugs, because I would be falling asleep while I'm playing video games and while I'm trying to watch TV, taking 3-4 hour naps in the middle of the day, a couple times a day sometimes, or sleeping for 14 hours and then needing to take a nap in the middle of the day. That was pretty much my cycle of going to bed. I finally kicked my habit of staying up all night, only because I've been extremely tired, and I've had to get up at the crack of dawn every single day. Last week, and so that was nice. So anyway, got into the doctor's on last Wednesday, which was one of my worst days. I am walking all over the hospital, feeling horrible, and have to get my blood drawn and to get a CAT scan. And then I went to see the ear, nose, throat doctor, and they didn't get my labs back before I got in there, but they did get the CAT scan, and pretty much the whole, reason why I was so sick was there's inflammation inside here in my sinus, cavity. And I don't know if it was spreading or whatever, but it was pretty bad. And and it was just really like, yeah. My voice was all scraggly, and anyway, so yeah, they prescribed me some pretty strong ass antibiotics again. I told them my body's only responding to sulfa drugs by now. I'm not completely immune to augmentin and everything like that, because I've taken so many fucking antibiotics in my lifetime. So I started to take these. I guess it was about the normal response time. But I mean, let's see, I took them and was really tired still for a couple days. And now it's Saturday, and I finally feel okay now. I finally feel almost normal. Probably be a couple more days before I feel really well enough to to be I'm normal enough to function now, but trying to find a job, trying to do all these appointments and everything, and run around all day long while you're really sick is really hard, because I just really needed to get some sleep or whatever. I genuinely, like, my body just was giving up. It needed sleep. And it was like I was on a bunch of sedatives, because like I just couldn't keep my eyes open. It was that bad. It was just like my eyes, the second I would sit or lay down, my eyes would start drooping, and I'd try to fall asleep. It would be like that or something. I don't know. I'd fall asleep with my mouth wide open and all this shit. And yeah, it was great. But yeah, things haven't been going too well lately. I've been trying to ignore it, trying to stay positive about it. But every time I think about it, it's just like I realize that this sucks. A marathon, I don't know. I just need to have a job where I'm independent, that's all. Where I don't have to answer to more than one person or work with more than one person. I don't really care. But yeah. The whole thing at Round Table sucked. And then up until tonight, I don't know if it's gonna happen again, but up until tonight, I've had my ex-coworker Primo harassing me, calling me all the time, every day. He called me 2 times today, but and once yesterday, and then he called like several times each day, days before that. ever since I left my job, he's been wanting to get back together with me and have sex, basically. And I just don't want that. I don't want it. I just want him to leave me alone. I just want to move forward. I don't want to be a fucking pussy. I don't want to be a vagina with legs, which is pretty much what he treats me as. You know, I had him over twice. And I had him over twice. And so I expected that it was going to be better and it was. You know, first time, I think it was twice. It was 3 times. Actually, it was 3 times. First time he came over and immediately started kissing me and telling me, "Te amo." You know, he doesn't speak English very well. He only speaks Spanish pretty much. And he was telling me, you know, how much he liked me and, you know, all this stuff. And then he started touching me inappropriately. And at the time, I was kind of interested in him. So I kind of went through and went with the flow with it. And we had sex. And, you know, then, like, afterwards, he sat on the couch with me for a few minutes, you know, kind of was really nice, and then he left. It's like, okay. You know, he's like, "Oh, we'll do it again, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then, I don't know, about a week after that or so, I think he came over again. I can't remember, but he came over and we had sex, and he left right after that without hardly even saying anything to me. So it was like, geez, I feel really like a freaking used napkin, used fucking rag. Piece of toilet paper. So then I was like, well, I don't think I want to have him come over again. So I kind of ignored him at work for a while. And then the third time, I finally agreed to let him come over one more time. And, I mean, I guess I probably would have continued. But then I lost my job. And I was like, well, this is a good opportunity to just cut everybody off from there. You know, I don't really want to speak to him anymore anyway, so might as well just stop. I'm upset about the whole thing anyway. You know? No way he can give me a fucking chance. So, I mean, I know it's not his fault, but I'm still mad about it. I don't know. Anyway, so I decided to stop taking his calls and stuff, and then it just got, like, he showed up at 2 a.m. one time, like about a week ago, or so, or even I think it was even less than a week ago. And then tonight he showed up at 11. You know, he'd called me earlier around 8 or something like that. Oh, I think he called twice today before that third time. And okay, so I was sitting there playing Zelda in the living room. You know, I was actually just starting, and hear a knock on the door. I'm like, yeah, who else could that be? So, and I'm like, if it's anybody important, besides Primo, they would have called me first. Or they would yell police. So, I waited for him to leave, and he wouldn't leave. He stood there for a good 15 minutes outside my door. I sat there and I listened to everything that, he tried to come in a couple times, see if my door was unlocked, which it was not. It was locked, so he couldn't get in. Thank God. Thank God I locked it. The only reason why I just wasn't sure if it was him or not, I was like wondering if it was the trash people, but why would they knock at my door, at 11 o'clock? That's just kind of late. So I was like, has to be Primo, I don't know who else it could be. And then he called me while he was at the door. So I was like, yeah, for sure it's him. So then I quietly got up and went into the bedroom, and I called the police, called 911, and I told them that I was having a harassment issue with one of my ex-coworkers and that I just wanted him to leave. So, or I was kind of scared because I'm kind of scared at this point. Like, what's going on? Why is he still trying to contact me? I have not contacted him in a month, in 3 weeks now. Back. I haven't answered his phone calls. I haven't texted him back. I haven't answered the door. So why would he think that it's okay for me to, why would he think it's okay to be, continue? I would have given up. I wouldn't have shown up at somebody's door. Obviously, they don't want to talk to you if they won't answer your calls. I'm not that dumb. So, obviously, we didn't have anything special going on. So that's one thing. And then, so the police came, but he left before they showed up. They were passing him in the entrance or something. They identified his vehicle. Positively identified it because of my description. I told them that he drove a big white pickup truck. And they're like, "Oh, does he drive a big white Cadillac thing, big fancy thing?" I'm like, "Yep, that would be his car. That would be his vehicle. Yep." So, yeah. They showed up and talked to me for a few minutes. They came in, they talked to me for a few minutes. I didn't tell them that we had a sexual relationship. I just said that we hung out a few times. So I was too embarrassed. I didn't really want to divulge that information. But yeah. Anyway. So then they left, and yeah. They told me to contact them. The second he does it again, the second he comes to my door, knocks on my door, the second he knocks on my door, call them. Well, yeah, the second he knocks on my door and I know it's him, to call them, so that they can respond and get to him before he leaves. So I just don't have, I mean, I know that sounds cold-hearted probably, but you know, that I probably should have taken the time to talk to him or whatever. But A, he doesn't speak English very well. B, I don't know how to explain to him that I don't want to see him again. I'm too much of a coward to do that. And C, I just don't have the time for it right now. Oops, sorry. It's my keyboard. Accent. I just don't have the energy for that right now. Too much other crap going on in my life. And my dad's decided to check out again, so don't know what happened, but he was really supportive for a while, and then all of a sudden he stopped. So he told me that yesterday. I mean, he's just like, I was like, I'm trying really hard, and he's like, well, you got to try harder or something like that. I don't remember, but he just had some same old asshole same old jerk attitude, and just telling me like, well, I can't help you anymore, Grace. I'm out of my limits, and and then he goes on and to say something really, I'm not gonna be around here much longer. Do you know what the common lifespan is for a male in America? I was like, I don't know. 75, so I have like 10 years left, if that. I'm like, great, Dad, thanks for the negative image to, thanks for having something for me to look forward to. This whole time that I've lived in this apartment, it has been nothing but bad luck. I went through a horrible, intense breakup with someone since I've moved in here. Not now, but when I moved in here up until hold on. Hey.
How's it going? So I'm on my phone, I don't have a front camera, so my mum's here as well. We're cleaning up my room because it's just an absolute mess. So how are you anyway?
Okay. How are you?
Okay, you sound okay.
I'm just kind of overwhelmed, I guess, but
Not great someone trying to break into your apartment either.
yeah. Yeah, it's just not something I need right now.
You're not sleeping?
No.
I know exactly. No, Mum, I can't. That's what I can work and do this at the same time. Sorry, my mum's trying to give me directives, but I can talk and work at the same time, so, there's a lot of junk down behind my cupboard, and stuff like that I'm getting rid of. My room's an absolute mess.
Are you sure? You can call me back when you're done.
No, that's okay. I don't need to call you back. I can do this and do things at the same time. So,
Okay.
yeah. Alright, that's done now. I'm ready to vacuum pretty much. That's all good. I need my drawers back. So tell me what's going on.
Basically, I was trying to play a video game in my living room. And,
You love your video games, don't you?
what?
You love your video games, don't you?
Well, I do like a half an hour a day. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just like I like to play them. They kind of help me relax. And anyway,
Yes.
I was
Distraction for someone with anxiety. I find doing that as well, or being on the computer is a good distraction.
yeah.
So,
So
you know, as my doctor's been saying, you know, when you've got anxiety and you're not working and all that sort of thing, you've got to find something to distract yourself.
yeah,
You know, me and you are very alike.
yeah, we
I'm
are.
glad we met. I'm glad we're able to share our experiences of what we're going through. So, yeah, you know.
I'm glad too.
Sorry you can't see me, but I can hear you.
Can you see me, or have you do you have
Yeah,
a phone?
you can't see me because I don't have a front camera. So,
Oh, okay.
maybe I will call you back in a bit. I've just got a vacuum. It'll be too noisy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Give you a call back in a little bit.
Sure, no problem. All right, talk to you in a bit. What?
Is it alright if I call you back shortly?
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
Okay, no worries. I'll give you. See you soon.
Okay. Okay, cut out on. Yes, I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but it's all it's all smudged. Anyway. Yeah. Well, my time's up, so I don't know. Basically, it's been a shitty year for me. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. So I'm going to adhere to the 30-minute time limit. Alright, talk to you later. Alright, bye.